Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Maris, and it is Worm Moon Monday. To be honest, I'm like trying to light my match here. Come on, okay. Because I want to smudge. Uh, there we go. Yay. So it is the worm moon, the worm full moon. It is a great time of learning to work with our inner self and bringing that forward, bringing that forth, coming through, right? So it's one of our little sage bundles here, and let's just go ahead and smudge, clearing our space, bringing our grooviness in. And I brought 3 decks from the other room, but I tell you what I'm really feeling today. I'm feeling the Angels and Ancestor deck. And it's, energy has been really, really intense. Energy has been really intense. And we know that, there's a lot of things going on. And I'm not trying to be like a gossip, but did you hear about Puff Daddy? Yeah. Or what does he call himself? Does he call himself Puff Daddy? P. Diddy or whatever. P. Diddy. Or Diddy or whatever his name is. So, his stuff all got raided by the Department of Homeland Security for various things. And I'm kind of like, they must have some pretty significant evidence against him. Because I don't think that they would have went to such an extreme at his, 3 of his residences. So I was a little bummed out, but I just want to, kind of let you all know that the veil is very, very thin. The veil is very thin. There's lots of things coming up to the surface. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with those. There's a lot of things coming up to the surface that are very important for us to know. So that's what we're looking at in this energy with the worm moon and the eclipses and etc. It's a lot of energy. It is a lot of information. It is things that have been in the dark that are coming out in the light. Okay, so don't go away. So when we're thinking about these things, this is what we're looking at in the energy, and it's really weird because it was like I really tried all weekend long to try to read, like to do a, like I call them my globals or across the board. Sometimes they can come across like they're really super vague and. Well, that's because you're meeting the needs or, you're reading for, thousands of potential people or whatever. So, I kept trying to do a reading, get into the vibration or the energy to do one of these readings, like we're doing right now. And I couldn't make it happen. It was like to do an individual person's reading, no problem. But I had a hard time, really hard time, trying to sit down and do a reading like, an energy forecast. It was just so much information or so much vibration. It made it really difficult. So, but we've got the Angels and Ancestors deck, and let's start. And I think we're going to go with like 3 cards on a row. And, let's start. Okay. Woo-hoo. Okay, so we're going to start here first with the Hunter card. And actually, when I looked at this card, it reminds me of my friend Tristan. It looks like Tristan. But anyway, the Hunter card is about facing your fears. It is about facing your fears. Well, and it says down here, track down your fears and desires. But through here, we are actually facing fears. And so I'm going to go back into this energy that we're talking about in this new moon, or I'm sorry, the full moon, the eclipse energy. The eclipse energy is all about shift and change. So it doesn't surprise me that we are looking at maybe having to confront some of our fears, looking at things very much, and I'm going to say in our face, that bring about a lot of fear. Now, which I'm kind of laughing because normally the second card would be our obstacle, and our third card here would be our help. But I'm looking at this, and our obstacle is Shaolin Master, and it's, you've already been through this. You've already gone through a lot of these things, this energy that's coming in, or this energy that we're working with. You've been there, you've done that, and you've actually really been pretty ding dang good at it. Okay, but I want to add this one little piece in here. Don't get arrogant with your gifts and your talents. Do not be arrogant with your gifts and talents. That's why it's over here in that obstacle, because that is where you can and will make a mistake, is by being arrogant. By being arrogant. And then you'll see here on that third card, we've got the Lady card. And usually when Lady comes through, I'm thinking about Lady Luck, getting some good blessings, good things happen your way. You planted good seeds, and guess what? You're going to reap some really good rewards. But we see that this card is upside down in this position, and I'm still focusing a little bit on that Shaolin Master card being in the obstacle talks about us being arrogant about what we can do, or who we are, what we do, etc. And then we actually, when I look at this Lady card upside down on the end, it's really strongly, the message right there is about, it's really important for us to start confronting our fears, those things that are holding us back or have held us back. But don't be so ding dang cocky and arrogant with it, because if you are, you're definitely going to find yourself not reaping those rewards and actually having a difficult time with it. Having a difficult time with it. So we got some of our little crystals over here at the office. And I love that rose quartz, what I call my crystal ball. But that rose quartz one, I guess it helps me see nothing but love. All right, so on our second line of this, you'll see that we had the Druid, which is about holding space. I like to think of the Druid as also a time of prayer, looking within, just being patient and waiting. Being patient and waiting. And we'll see that it is right next to the Oracle card. And again, here's the Oracle card, and it is in our obstacle position. And I'm like, what is the deal with that tonight? What is the deal? Why would these things that normally would be uplifting, a positive energy, a positive vibration, be playing a role in our obstacles? And I'm going to say, don't get so ding dang comfortable in your gifts and talents that you become arrogant or you overlook fine details, because that is what I'm feeling in this particular card here. Let me flip back over through there. Right over here in that Oracle card in the obstacle position, I'm getting that as almost being impatient and, just overlooking details, fine details that you need to be actually putting your attention and patience into there. All right, and so I'm seeing in that third card, which is what's supposed to be our help card, or our help area, and it's Mother Earth. And what is she? She's upside down again. So what I'm looking at on there is just more reinforcement, more encouragement, more pointing in the direction of it is very important for you to stay grounded and humble over this next week, because the energy coming in is going to give you an inclination for an inclination to be arrogant, to not pay attention to details, to assume that everything is that you've got it. Some things you do have, but you have to pay attention to the fine details. All right, so on this next, this third line that we're looking at, we've got the great teacher, and I'm like, every time I see him, I know it is about a spiritual experience. Hey, Jack, how are you today, my friend? I know that it is about a spiritual experience. It is something that is going to bring us up, help us in our ascension onto our next level through there. So I'm understanding that some of this grief that we're going to go through this week, we can weather it just fine. We just have to remember to keep ourselves real, keep ourselves humble. That air guardian and protection guardian are playing a really big role. Because remember when I was talking just a couple of minutes ago, talking about a shift in energy, we have a huge global shift that we are getting ready to, that if we're not already in it, that we're getting ready to get really smack right into it. And so again, that veil is lifting. We're going to see things that we didn't see, we didn't understand, maybe we ignored. And when I'm looking at these two cards with that great teacher, this is just screaming to me that it is really important for us to keep thinking forward, moving forward. The information, the things that are happening are only really occurring in order to help facilitate you moving forward. You're moving into a sense of truth in who you are and what you're doing. Meaning as in like life purpose, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I where I'm supposed to be? What agreements did I make? Well, this is this week that's coming in, this energy coming in that's, probably already knocking at the door, if not in the door, is about you shifting and letting go of those things that don't define you, that you don't, I'm going to call it burdens you don't need to carry anymore or carry forward. And that's the message right through here, is that everything that occurs is to, even if it doesn't feel like it helps you, it is about helping you and helping you move forward and getting in with what I'm going to call your ascension. And that's what I'm seeing here with the Air Guardian, is about shifting your perspective, seeing things that you probably didn't want to see prior to. And then when I look at this Protection Guardian and it says talking about drop your shields, or I don't want you to think about it as dropping your protection. I want you to think about it as dropping your biases. Dropping your biases. biases. Okay? This is about letting those things go off to the side, that they are no longer, and I'm going to use the word managing you, and managing you in your emotions, managing you in your decisions. So that's some really pretty strong energy. We've got one last line to look at. I just love that. I love that rose quartz crystal ball. I love that. And our first card here is the Stag, and that's about a trust and thrive. We have the Traveler upside down in the obstacle position. And then we have the Drum card in an upright position, and that's about dreaming and journeying. And I'm going to just put it to you like this. The energy, the goal of negative energy is to suck the life force out of you. Okay? And some of this energy, some of these things coming in through this week are going to suck the life force out of you. Okay? And I'm going to just say, today, just today only, about Diddy, about P. Diddy. I mean, it's kind of like, now I've kind of known that he's been a schmuck for a long time. So for me, I was like, finally. But for other people that haven't paid attention to that, or haven't paid attention to it, it's kind of like a wow in your face. This kind of takes you off of, takes you off guard, but takes you off a little bit of a kilter. So that's what this energy is. This energy is coming in, is going to be revealing things, showing you things. And we right now, going back to the beginning of this reading, we have the potential not to pay attention. We have the potential not to pay attention to fine details. And it is really important that we do pay attention to fine details, that we do kind of put our perspective into it and really look at it from many different avenues. And yes, avenues is the word I wanted to use on that. But knowing in the end that to go with the flow, just trust, you're gonna do just fine through that. That's that stag card right there about trust and thrive. And I want to talk about this card, the Traveler, upside down in the middle. And I'm going to say it to you like this. I was going to try to use a Freddy Krueger. I don't know why, a Freddy Krueger analogy, but there's not really one there. No matter how hard energy tries to take you off balance and take you off kilter, you might slip just a little bit. And I mean just a little bit. Maybe have 5 seconds of road rage. I don't know, something along that lines. But you are going to weather through this just fine. Chance favors a prepared mind. So if you know that they're coming in to bumfuzzle you, to bamboozle you, to do something behind your back because you're not paying attention, whatever, through there, know that you are not going to get hit with any serious damage. You're not going to have any serious issues with that. Chance favors a prepared mind. So I'm going to reinforce this. Do not invest your energy in things that are external. Do not invest your energy in things that are external, but focus on your dream, focus on your journey, and focus on moving forward. There's going to be a lot of crap coming out this week, things that we don't want to know. We'll be like, TMI, I did not want to know that, and that's okay. Pay attention to what's going on in your little world and right around you, because I'm not going to say universe, but I'm going to say powers that be want to keep things muddled and keep things murky, especially as information starts to be super duper revealed. So I hope you enjoyed this evening's reading. Do me that really big favor. Love the video. Comment something really cool. And don't forget to share, because everybody that shares my videos in the month of March is entered into a drawing for a pendulum, one of my smoky quartz pendulums, and a really cool double-sided pendulum board. And I'm laughing because I was like, I think amber has probably the most little entries in there. So everybody, come on, share those videos so that you can be entered into that drawing. Peace.